I can only do so much at once.
I think we're stuck. Right. That's the real one, right?
And are we recording?
Very nice quality. They're happy. We're good.
And we're recording?
It works.
Excellent.
Yes, we are recording. We are live.
Welcome, everyone.
How come it's stuck over there? Is that supposed to happen?
Don't worry about that. Get over here.
Simon's trying to...
They're seeing us.
Simon's trying to figure out computer stuff. Well, hey, everyone. I'm Howie Schwartz. This guy to my, I don't know which side it is. This is Simon Leung, and this is Ross Goldberg. And we are here live in Long Island, New York. Everyone say that 5 times fast. And we have a wonderful turnout. See if I can turn this without breaking stuff. Everyone wave to the studio audience.
So we want to make sure people know we're not just talking to ourselves.
Yeah, this is really, really live.
Sometimes too.
Yeah, in Ustream, sometimes we pretend, but this is actually a live event. Now I just broke your little thing, too.
Right.
It's all good.
Howie.
You know what? You shouldn't let me touch things. All right, so hang on. We're going to try to fix this here.
That's too low now.
I know. Well, this is truly live, so give me 1
I'm the
second.
only one that's tall. You and I are fine.
I know. I'll have to scooch down. All right, we'll see how this is now.
All right.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. We're going to walk
All
up
right,
a step. Okay, great. So we are here from Long Island, and this is the 3 Sides of Traffic workshop. And we have been running all day, and we wanted to give you guys who I know wanted to come and attend, but maybe were not able to make the trip. If you guys want to take a step forward towards the camera. We wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak peek and let you kind of spy into what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So this benefit today, this event is actually benefiting a very important group called alsangels.org, ALSANGELS.org. Don't go to the .com, you will wind up somewhere else that is not what we intend. And alsangels.org is a wonderful organization that supports children with rare blood diseases and cancer who are from low-income families or even worse, families that have abandoned them. So they take care of sick, poor children who have no one else. So this is a wonderful group. So we encourage everyone to go to alsangels.org. Make sure it's the .org. And if you're comfortable with it, take a read about what they do. You could actually learn about their founder, who actually is one of the pioneering forces between email marketing. So if you got this email today, he's one of the reasons. So check it out, and if you're comfortable with it, they have a PayPal donation button there, and you can do whatever you feel is right. So we're going to just kick right into the content.
Sure.
And we took a whole list of questions, which I'm afraid to touch the camera. So you guys are going to have to trust me that there's a whole board of questions over there.
We can touch.
Absolutely.
Are you comfortable touching that?
Yeah, I can handle it.
Or you know what, maybe we'll just move the screen behind
Ross
us.
is comfortable touching it.
Yeah, Ross is comfortable touching anything. There you go. So we actually do have a screen of questions. It might be a little hard to see on our Ustream connection.
There's our screen, so let's turn this back to where we were.
Excellent. Ross just likes to see his big head on Ustream.
Everyone else likes to see my big head.
There you go. Okay. So some of the questions today that we wanted to address live, and Simon's going to take a little bit closer step here, is, I mean, we have, geez, a whole list of questions. You guys saw the audience and see that this is not actually broadcasting from my bedroom. So I think a good question for us to talk about today is, you know what, why don't we each of us pick one? So I have been hogging so far. So Simon, why don't you pick one if you want to pick one of the AdWords related ones or one that you're comfortable with, and just spend a few minutes addressing it?
Absolutely.
And we just want to make sure you're on camera nicely.
Right. So we actually just spent about 90 minutes talking a lot about Google AdWords, and it looks like for the most part, the people here, at least, were really interested in finding out what were the best ways to minimize your cost per click and at the same time still get the most targeted traffic, and which means, you know, getting the best bang for their buck. And so we talked about how there were, I mean, I went through probably 3 different presentations that are designed to be an hour plus long each, and did that within 90 minutes. So I think in addition to just having all this information really above over everyone's heads right now, and really I overwhelmed myself while speaking about the same thing. It really was boiling down to the 3 most important things, which is using quality keywords to drive the leads to the most targeted. Is that thing down? Okay. To the most targeted ads, which takes you ultimately to the most targeted landing pages. So at the end of the day, what we really want to do is to make sure that everybody has the highest quality score. Are we still on live?
Yeah, sorry guys. Howie pressed a button. Don't let me press things. Okay, I was trying to show the audience while you're
Did
talking.
you get what I was talking about earlier? Or?
Yeah, why don't you just repeat the part about the the most important thing?
Okay.
We'll summarize from there.
All right,
Sorry,
sure.
Ustream.
So again, I mean, the biggest question, the most burning questions that most people had in this room were how to get the most targeted traffic at the lowest cost, and it really boils down to maximizing your quality score. And your quality score consists of relevancy, which is the most important part, and that is the only part really that any one of us as the user, on the user standpoint, can control. So what you really want to do is make sure that you have the most relevant keyword for your product or service, because nobody understands your business better than you. Nobody understands what makes the best keyword list, what's the most relevant in terms of targeting your most ideal prospects, and use those keywords to target your prospects and write the ads that you feel will compel to them. We talked about using call to action phrases that are transparent and are really clear to what it is that you're using for conversion basis, as well as Donna has her hand up.
I do. The Ustream people are screaming for you to stop moving the camera.
Sorry, Ustream. Okay, we'll leave it.
It freezes every time you move it.
Oh, it's freezing. Okay, we will leave the camera static. Thank you, Donna. Donna Fox.
Donna
But I won't
Fox.
rotate the camera to look at her. But hi, Donna.
Or as many of us call her, Foxy Donna.
Foxy Donna.
Anyway, so moving on and continuing on with your ads, you really want to make sure that you are distinguishing yourself from your competition, because you can be at any time one of 8 or 10 or more ads running on the same page against your other competitors. So you definitely want to make sure that you're using the right call to actions, you're using the right promotional languages and special offers. If you have something like buy one, go and free, or save 25%, or anything along those lines, free shipping, what have you, you want to be as transparent and as benefit-oriented as possible. And finally, you want to take that to a really relevant landing page. We used a lot of different examples. Amazon was probably one of the ones that I used a lot, but let's say you're trying to market like a Justin Timberlake CD. You want to make sure that somebody who is searching for that Justin Timberlake CD is taken to that page with the Justin Timberlake CD. Don't take them to the home page. Don't take them to the CD page. Don't take them to the music section, or even the section on the genre. You want to be as specific as possible. You want to make sure that ideally that purchase process, that conversion process, that sale is within one click away. So if somebody just clicks on your ad, goes to your landing page, you want to make sure that you're able to sell that conversion process to them as quickly as possible, and have them click on the buy now button and everything like that. So that's what Google looks for in terms of relevancy. Every decision that Google makes when it comes to their quality score changes, when their policy changes, anything with their criteria, it's always with the best interest of the users in mind. So if the users are happy with their customer experience, with their user experience, with their purchase process, then you're ultimately maximizing your quality score, and then Google ultimately will reward you with lower bid prices.
Excellent. So Ross, do you want to maybe hit the top 5 social networking tricks? Or tips? Tricks and tips.
Okay, so let's see. Top 5 social networking tricks for blog traffic.
You want to make it big traffic, so we'll generalize
I think
it?
we're just going to focus on general. So the top 5 social media tricks for traffic. I think the main thing that people need to not focus on is tricks. We talked a little bit about transparency, and that people want to see you and who you are. They want to know more about you when they're going to buy from you. So social media is about transparency and actually showing who you really are. So I don't think I would call these tricks. What I'm going to give is 5 methods to build relationships with people very quickly, because that's what social media is about. And that's how you can make real money. Building relationships with people so they know you, they like you, and conversion is that much easier. If they like you, a sales letter is very easy to write. You put up your offer, they buy it because it's yours. So the first trick, the first tip, I said no tricks, so what do I say? It's one of those days. Okay, so the first tip is to use as many different methods to communicate with people as humanly possible. So you should have a presence on every social media site you can find, even if you don't plan on going back and using it. So we're talking MySpace, Facebook, Bebo, LinkedIn, Rives, every social network you can find and get your hands on. Now, let's move to social bookmarking sites. Dig, Propeller, Mr. Wong, I mean, NetVoo, it doesn't matter. Line up a bunch of them, put up a profile, and fill it in. Do a couple of them per day. Then Squidoo, put up a couple of Squidoo lenses talking about the stuff that you know. But make sure that you talk a little bit about you, a little bit about what you do, and build that relationship with people. A Squidoo lens doesn't just have to be about the topic you're writing about. They may want to know about the author, which only helps you. YouTube, any video sharing sites. Ustream, which is where we are. You want to be on Ustream. Set up a channel, even if you don't plan on using it anytime soon. It's a no-brainer. People are on Ustream right now. So when they're done watching us, maybe they'll search for you. You need to build your presence. That's tip 1. Tip 2, the content that you put out on social media sites. There's actually another request related to spam. People don't want to spam everybody and look like a moron. So how do you do that? You put out content that people want. You put out the things that people want to hear, want to see. The information that no one else has been putting out there. You want to be the first to give it to them. So you need to find what their real questions are. And people always talk about surveying your customers. Survey your customers. You know what? Don't. Because they'll lie. They'll tell you what they think you want to hear. Surveying your customers is not going to give you the true insight into their thoughts. It's finding them talking. So find community websites where your customers are talking to each other already. Talking about whether it's your products, the main idea behind those products, whatever it takes. When they're talking and asking each other's questions and they're stuck, that's how you can get them the answers and find exactly what kind of information your audience is already looking for. You can use sites like Yahoo Answers, see what people are asking. All of these things are very effective in researching what your audience really wants. But don't bother asking them because they'll lie. The next social media tip is to use as many social media marketing things as you can. Now by things, I'm referring to social networking sites, social bookmarking sites. Start using video. Play with it. You have Windows Movie Maker, and the Mac has all kinds of better software, right built into your computer. You can put up pictures of yourself and just talk over it into a cheap microphone. You can get a USB mic at Best Buy for 20 bucks. Do podcasts. Download Audacity, which is an audio software that's free. You need the lame plugin to make MP3s. Then you have podcasts. Take this great content you're finding that your customers want you to create and turn it into as many different types of media as you can. And spread it out there, because all you're going to do is attract more people that are interested in what you're doing. So last, build relationships with the heavy hitters. Real relationships. I'm not talking send an email to the top guy in your industry, spamming him with a JV offer. I'm talking go to a seminar he's at, shake his hand and offer to buy him a cup of coffee or a beer. Build real relationships with people, and when you become their friend, what that does is it leverages you as an expert. When I initially joined Facebook, I added about 35, 40 people. And then a couple of those people moved me up into their top friends list. So anyone that visited their profile saw me and added me because they figured I was interested in the same things. I now have roughly 1,300 friends on Facebook. I've added a total of 50 people myself. All the rest are requesting to be my friend because these heavy hitters in internet marketing have me as one of their best friends. So it gave me added credibility, and the people want to know who I am and what I'm doing. So now I have a list of 1,300 people I can potentially market my products to. So those are my big tips related to social media.
Perfect. Ross said don't spam social media. Now I'm supposed to go after that?
Now you teach them how to spam.
Oh, great. That one's tough. See, now I got to take one that's a little bit more peaceful here. All right. I'm going to take from our big list of questions. Fast SEO. You know, how do we quickly get on the first page of the search engine, specifically Google? So I'll follow up a little bit from what Ross was saying is we have to start building diversified traffic. I think the main benefit And the main thing that we can do within social media, and let's broadly define social media and Web 2.0 as video sharing sites, Squidoo, blogs. Let's go back to forums, right, where Ross was talking about, even Yahoo Answers. To me, a forum was Web 2.0 before there was Web 2.0, right? You can comment, you can view people's profiles, you can rate comments and other threads in various different platforms. There's ways for you to vote for other people on forums. So I mean, forums was Web 2.0 before it was a hot, sexy term. So looking at all of these different weapons in our arsenal, and for me, since I tend to be a little bit more aggressive than everyone else, you know, I like to use Web 2.0 and social media as a weapon. So the best way to look at fast SEO or to get on, you know, page 1 of Google and then hopefully some of the other search engines fairly quickly or almost immediately is to diversify what your arsenal is. So, you know, digging into what Ross was saying, you know, looking at Squidoo, looking at video marketing and some other, you know, forms, what we want to do is we want to dig deep, and we want to try to hit everything that we humanly can, or we can with automated software, so it doesn't have to be necessarily a human, or necessarily as you as the human. What I'm loving about sort of this concept of fast SEO and using Web 2.0 as a weapon, all of this can be very easily automated. And that's a very important point, and it can either be automated or outsourced too. So whether you're using an automation tool or comfortable with it or not, you can still outsource these steps. So what you want to do for fast SEO, fast placement on Google is, it's not one thing, it's a little bit of everything. And this does take a little work, it takes a little effort. There is no magic bullets and anything like that. You know, it's just, you know, we talk about sort of quick rankings and dominating Google, but you have to put some of the foundational work behind this. So, you know, my tips are going to be, you know, start a Squidoo account and just, you know, create one lens about what you're going to do. And you're going to need to ping that lens. So Ping-O-Matic's been a little bit of a pain lately. Ping-Goat is down. What were you saying? iPings. I haven't tried iPings, and one I've been looking at lately is AutoPing, and I have my own sort of internal ping network, so I didn't even realize Ping-O-Matic was down until I kept on getting all these messages about it. But so IPINGS, okay, IPINGS.com, Ross is suggesting. I haven't tried that one, but we need to find something else, because Ping-O-Matic's been shoddy and Ping-Goat has been offline for the last 30 days. So one common misconception is everyone assumes that when pinging was created, it was just for blogs, and that might be the case because at the time the only thing that had an RSS feed was a blog. Today, everything has RSS feeds. Everything with the Web 2.0 property, I can't even think of a Web 2.0 property out there that does not have some RSS feeds on there. So anything with an RSS feed can and needs to be pinged. So after you're creating each one of these properties, you want to go ahead and you want to ping it. And every time you update content on Squidoo or any one of these properties, you want to ping it again. That does not mean that we ping every day or go crazy with it. Trust me, I've tested it. I've beaten up pinging, and it does no good beyond just pinging once when you actually update content or when you create a new property. So we're going to do that on Squidoo. Then we're going to go to hub pages. And then we're going to look at some other services that maybe you're not familiar with and maybe your competitors are not at. That was one of the comments and questions from this morning, is that, you know, everything that we teach is typically 6 to 12 months ahead of the competition. So what are we doing here today to push people another 6 to 12 months of the competition? Well, everyone who's watching this on Ustream is there, because that is pushing much harder and further than 99% of everyone's competitors. Video marketing that Ross mentioned, and taking a look at not only putting your content out on YouTube, but look at many of the other video sharing sites out there, podcasts, as Ross mentioned. So we want to tie all of this together. We want to add in Twitter. Many of you are actually coming here today because you saw this out on Twitter. So we want to bring all of this together, and that's kind of the way that I'm going to tie this together, because that was one of the questions, was how do we tie all of this together? We have all of these random different pieces. So what do we do? Well, one, we ping everything. That's an important point. Number two, you have to do a decent job of actually tracking this, because otherwise you're going crazy trying to figure out where all of your social media is. So you could use, what I suggest is Basecamp. That's a commercial project management application. There's lots of different free things and whatnot. And if you're not ready for that level, just go into your Google account, which is free, and just sign up for Google Spreadsheet, Google Docs, and you could actually share that with your outsourcers and teams. I'm a big fan of that, so we need to track this. It's very, very important. And the other way that we tie this together is by keeping a common bio and profile. Ross mentioned, you want to share yourself. My comment is a little bit different because I'm in so many markets and it's never me. Like one of my big markets is the feminine hygiene market. Who here, I'll get close to the camera, with the beard, who's going to buy a feminine hygiene product from me? Probably nobody. So I obviously need to have a persona and a pen name and a stock photo and a whole nother sort of life to be in that market, and it's a wonderfully profitable market. And there's all sorts of organic products that you guys can look at. Just if you guys want to go to war with me, we can go meet there. It's a great market, but I obviously can't go as Howie. And in most of the markets I'm in, I'm not going as me. So for me, it's okay and it's important to actually develop this persona. But you want to be complete with it. You want to have interests. You want to have a story. You want to have a hometown. You want to have a life around you. You need to create a character the way you create a character if you were writing a book. And that character and presence needs to be the same across all of your social media. So that the account names should be the same. The usernames, the first name and last name, all should be the same so it's tied together. So even though it's a made-up person, place, or thing, it's all consistent. So they actually can go from Facebook and MySpace and build this relationship with you, even though it's not really a real person. They're building a relationship with your brand. And that, to me, is an important way to tie this together. So, this is fun. I like this Ustream thing. So come on back on camera. So what we wanted to do is two things. One, I got to get Simon in frame. Is one, just remind everyone again that we're doing this event to sponsor today, alsangels.org, ALSANGELS.org. Don't go to the .com, it's something completely different. It helps poor sick children in need. So we hope that anyone there who's watching this live or on a replay, if you're interested, you can participate and do what you feel is right. The second thing that we wanted to do was offer everyone who's sitting at home, you guys, right, a chance to actually get in on all of the content that we did, because you're watching, half an hour, 40 minutes, or whatever. Hopefully this is all broadcasted okay, because we're on some wonderful hotel connection at the time. So who knows if this has been 100% stable. But we wanted to give you guys a chance to consume and profit from all of the content that we did. Not only today, we've been going since 9 a.m. We're going to go till after 6. Tomorrow, we're going to go from 9 to 6 also. So we put together something what I think is a little bit interesting, and we wanted to actually offer this through Ustream, which is something a bit different too, which is kind of, at least the first time I'm doing this. I don't know if this is something that's fairly common or not.
Not yet.
Okay, cool. So I'm assuming we're probably going to see more of this happening. So if you go to 3sidesoftraffic.com, you got to spell out the number 3, so THREE, sidesoftraffic.com. If someone's on Ustream, if you want to type it in the chat window, please. And what you'll see is an offer. The offer is there, right? Is the offer there on the page?
Yes, it's there.
We think it is. Cool, because again, we're doing this live right now.
But it's missing Howie's one of Howie's bonuses, because we just started as he walked in the door. So what's going to happen is we're going to fill you in on all of the bonuses right here. They're missing from the
page, and then we'll update them after.
And we will update them after this. They will be there later.
Okay, cool. So on 3sidesoftraffic.com, you're going to see 2 packages. The first one I'll talk about, and then I'll ask Simon and Ross to talk about. The second one is, the first one is $500, and it's, I think, again, a little bit of a different offer. That's kind of the theme of what we're doing today and this weekend, is you get all of the videos online. They're all just beautiful quality. It's all hosted through Amazon S3, which is just a wonderful resource for video streaming and replay if you guys haven't played with that in general. And in addition to $500, which is going to get you all of the videos, we're actually going to provide 100% resale rights of the content. So you're going to actually be able to resell it from the membership site for $497. So if you sell one copy, the whole series will cost you $3. Hopefully you guys can promote and sell a lot more than that. And what's neat is it's a complete membership site that's built. What you're going to do is when you sign up, you're just going to enter in your PayPal address, and then the payments actually go directly to you, to your PayPal account. You keep 100% of that $497 sales. We host all the videos. We host the membership site. We do everything. We provide the sales copy. All you guys do is promote it and keep, $497 100% every single time. For today, since it's the first day of the event, we're each contributing 2 electronic products. Correct. To the coursework for the package number 1, $500. If you want to participate tomorrow, we'll still have this online tomorrow for day 2, but the bonus is going to go down to 1 digital product each. So today is definitely the best day to participate. And it's just, I think it's sort of a lot of fun because not only can you participate if you're not here today in the complete 2-day event from start to finish and profit from it, you can actually sell it and keep all the money. So Ross and Simon, do you want to talk a little bit about package number 2? And then if the stream is still going, we have some more content to share too. We'll get right back into it.
Absolutely. First, I have to say hi to my daughter. My kids are sick. They're watching at home. I love you, Brianna. This is Daddy's friend Howie. This is Daddy's friend Simon. I never forget about you. So the other package, we decided to make a larger package as well. The $500 package includes a couple of digital products, but we wanted to do something really big. So we talked and decided to do an actual coaching program, a joint coaching program with 3 of us and a gentleman that is not up here, which is Lee Collins, who actually focuses on something very interesting, which is called hybrid marketing. It's a yeah, Lee, why don't you come up? It's a combination of offline and online marketing. It's using direct mail along with the online marketing. So anyways, what we've decided is to include a bunch of our home study type courses along with the $500 package and the coaching program. So
morning, guys. We gotta get
Lee, why don't you tell us what your bonus is for the bigger package?
Everyone say hello to Lee at home. Hi, Lee.
Hello, everybody at home. Hey, as part of the bigger package, what we're going to do is we did a really nice event up in Michigan with Ross and a couple other folks. We're going to give you that actual live 2-day hybrid marketing event, uncensored, uncut, straight from the streets of Michigan for you to enjoy. It's a huge value. It's a great introduction to hybrid marketing, and with that, what you can do is you can learn how to market online and offline seamlessly, and with that, just add zeros to your income at will.
Very good.
Oh, cool. So yeah, so as Ross mentioned, we're packaging in for the $2,500 package. You get the resale rights for the full product. You get all the videos. You get Lee's package and bonus, our coaching program, and Simon, I think you got a little treat in there too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the big package, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So usually what I do is I go to seminars almost on a weekly basis and sell a home study course that is not available online. If you go anywhere on the internet, you're not going to find it. What makes today special is this is actually my last US appearance this year. And that's going to mean that I'm not going to be speaking at seminars, at least not in the United States, on a weekly basis anymore. So this is not going to be available anywhere else. It's not going to be available online. It's going to be available at seminars. So this is actually the last time I'm offering this year. It might be the last time I'm offering it ever. I don't know what's going to happen next year. But what it consists of is my actual 12-step module on video. I actually did this on video in a webinar series. And it includes the actual contents that I use to develop the AdWords training internally inside Google. For those of you who don't know, I worked at Google for 4.5 years. I built their optimization team and their agency team from scratch. I developed a lot of the training information, and what I've actually done is I took this information, the exact same training, mind you, that is being used to this day to train the team internally at Google, and I've packaged it into a home study course, combined it with information and strategies that I've developed after I left Google. So not even Google employees have access to this information. It's internet marketing plus Google AdWords, 12 modules from A to Z. If you don't know anything about Google, if you don't even know what Google is. I was in Singapore, I guess it was a month and a half, 2 months ago now, and did a workshop talked to people, they didn't know what Google.com was. By the end of the weekend, they were driving traffic to their website, they were making money online. So this is definitely proven it's effective, it works. Very proud of everybody who got involved because we're there to hold you by the hand every step of the way. So that's available for the last time, at least this year, as part of the package. And I think, what was it? It goes all the way from the beginning all the way to the advanced information that a lot of people, this is the same strategies that's being used to coach and also to manage multi-million-dollar accounts. I use this very same strategies. People inside Google, the 200 plus optimizers all around the world to this day working inside Google are using these tactics to manage multi-million-dollar accounts. So definitely something you don't want to miss out on. A very effective parts of your AdWords marketing arsenal if you dare to take part of it. So.
Cool. So I think the stream is still running. Donna, looks like we're still online?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So what I figure is we have time for maybe just a little bit of a hot seat. So
Cool.
And so the question, I guess, and we'll start with Simon, Ross, Lee, and then I'll take the last one. Is going to be for everyone who's watching this at home. What's the one thing that you'd suggest an online marketer, really at any stage of development today, do to deal with the recession or with a down economy? What's the one thing that we can do in our own business to take it to the next level and kind of defend what's happening with the market and the economy?
Absolutely. I mean, the economy, recession, it's not so much government based. It's not so much what others are doing in response to it. It's what you make of it. In 1985, I moved to America with my dad because my dad wanted us to pursue a new life. America, the land of opportunity. And this is really effective usually when I speak overseas and I talk to people about moving to America, because now this is what I tell them. America was the land of opportunity then, but now the internet is the land of opportunity for anybody all across the world. And as a matter of fact, because we're in this recession phase, America isn't necessarily the melting pot anymore.
Right. There's stronger economies and obviously stronger currencies.
And most of the people who are struggling, who are concerned, they're not people who are taking control of their lives. They're people who are still working a 9-to-5 job. They might still be doing things that we're normally trained to do in school. Follow the education model and get a 9-to-5 job and build yourself up in the corporate world. I did that for 4.5 years, and let me tell you, coming into the internet marketing space, whether as an entrepreneur or a full-time internet marketer, however you want to see it, that is basically what changed my life. That's got me farther than I ever could have, being an employee even at Google. So the main thing really is to go through everything that we're talking about. I mean, finding your niche, finding your passion, and building a business out of it. You're taking control of your life. You're taking control of your future for whatever it is that your personal goals, financial freedom, if that's what it is. You don't need to think about recession because we're still having people flying from all over the world. We have people from originating from Germany, South Africa, Singapore.
We have someone who just came in from Germany for this, right?
Right. So this is not a problem. We're here to provide a solution, and as solution providers, this is basically, it's not as hard as it seems. If you step outside your comfort zone of working at that 9-to-5 job and getting that stable paycheck, you can probably within a month make more than what you would normally make in a year. So it's all about knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and finding yourself and your niche and your passion, and ultimately creating not just a living out of it, but financial freedom for yourself and your family.
Excellent. Awesome. Lee, what's your sort of one major tip for someone? Let's position it as someone who has a job right now and maybe they're a little bit scared that the job might not be there by the end of the year. What would you do if you were in the case to move from a job to working full-time online and kind of taking control of the situation, like Simon mentioned?
Well, since I've been there, I can say that the one thing that's the hardest to do ever is to have one foot in corporate and one foot in entrepreneurship. Because in every case, you're getting drug in both different directions at the same time. And the real thing about, going back to the recession, I'm with Simon. I believe it's more of a recession of the mind than a real recession in the economy. I was at the mall today. I didn't see any less people at the mall than I usually do. If it was a true recession, the mall would be dead, it'd be empty. I don't see any less people shopping for gas, even though gas prices are going up. I mean, if it was a real recession, like we've had before, there'd be people really cutting back on all these luxuries. I saw people carrying huge bags of clothing out of the mall. Do they need those huge bags of clothing from Bloomingdale's? Doubtful. A real recession means that wouldn't happen. The real big thing that I would say is, like you said, take control. Don't let these limitations of your mind drive what you do and what you don't do. You have to just realize that is it really a recession, or am I just focusing on it too much and making it an obstacle in my life? So you have to get rid of those things. And going back to the hybrid marketing, really what I do is I would start marketing offline, because that's really where we're going. We're going Web 2.0, which means we're going way back to relationships. Relationships developed and started with direct marketing 50, 100 years ago. If you really want to get ahead of the curve, maybe 6 to 12 months ahead, like you will with everybody else who's standing with me on stage, you'll go back to direct marketing at a zero to your income.
Excellent. Ross, so what would you do, man?
When I first started online, my biggest hurdle was understanding that I was missing pieces of the puzzle. I thought I knew so much that I had to be successful. And I was, but I wasn't anywhere near as successful as I could have been because I wasn't focusing on all the important things. Thank God I knew how to drive traffic because I was horrible at writing copy. But I sent so many people, I still got sales. I wasn't looking at conversion numbers. I didn't, think to say, okay, I got 1,000 visitors today, I got 2 sales. Something's wrong. I was just excited that I got 2 sales. As I progressed, I realized that it's important to have all the pieces to your puzzle. Once I started writing better copy and actually outsourcing it to people that wrote much better copy than me, I started getting way more sales. I have a sales page converting at 4% today with being competent. It's based upon filling in all the blanks. So if you're looking to quit your day job and move completely online, study the things you don't know. You don't have to become the expert. If you want to just contact a good copywriter and pay them, that's fine. But if you don't have the money to pay a copywriter, you better learn how to write copy now. That having things missing from your business equals holes, which is where the customers fall through. They won't buy, they fall through the holes. So fill all your holes. Now, that's what you should be focusing on. If you need traffic, we can help with that. If you need copywriting, I don't think we can help with that as much, but we do okay. Find someone that can help you learn what you need to know.
Except for me, I can't write.
I write all right. Lee writes all right. I've seen Simon write okay. All right. Anyways, we don't have copywriting courses for you. Find people that can help you, pay attention, and fill in your blanks.
Excellent. For me, I think the challenge really is focus. And I have a pretty big problem with that. I'm in a lot of markets, wearing a lot of different hats, and sometimes apparently, high heels or whatever the person who sells the feminine hygiene products for me is wearing. Yeah, no one needs to envision that. No one needs to have a picture of that. But so for me, I'm able to be in so many different markets just because I have a team of people. I mean, at this point, I probably have 50. That's 50 resources working for me worldwide. And I have multiple project managers, so I can go out there and enter into whole new markets. Just starting out, and even now looking back, I realized that if I was able to actually focus down and do less markets, but actually go wider and deeper in them, I would be more successful. And you could do great in lots of little markets, and in some ways you want to diversify, and especially in weird economies, you want to consider diversification. But at the end of the day, you want to focus and own one market, and then everything else becomes little hobbies that you can build. So really what I would say is focus on one niche market. You have to test it all the way through. The biggest problem that I see with people just starting online, and this is a scary statistic, it's not even people starting online. I mean, this is, there's people in this room who I know from events for 3 years now. And luckily no one in this room is in this position at all, because I know each one of the people that I mentioned. But there's people who I see 2 years later at other events. How you doing? Oh, I still haven't gone anywhere. Why? Well, I keep on launching different websites and buying different ebooks and hopping back and forth, and they never actually tested one niche straight through. They tried a little bit, and they didn't make money in a week, and there was no magic silver bullet, and they give up. Well, my answer today is there is no magic silver bullet. It takes time. We need to test. We need to learn all the pieces of this, right? We need to learn how to build relationships. We need to learn how to do AdWords. We need to learn how to go offline. We need to learn the organic side that I talk about. It needs to all come together. And we need to go deeper and wider than I think we ever have before. So I think the concept of niche marketing as the answer to internet marketers' dreams, I think is changing. I think part of it is, I will never say AdSense is dead because I still get my checks, and if I ever call it dead, then they'll stop sending me checks and I'd be unhappy. But they ain't like they used to be, I'll tell you that much. And so part of the whole concept of niche marketing and going to these very sort of shallow, tiny niches, I thought made a lot of sense in the AdSense days. But today, I'm looking at sort of building bigger and going much deeper and owning a niche, owning a market. And to do that requires more focus and more time, even without any other resources. You can do it yourself, but you need to stay focused. And my last point to that is everyone needs to have their own information products. The days, I think, of just throwing AdSense on a page we just talked about, but even just throwing affiliate marketing and throwing an affiliate product in there, you're not building a true business, you're not maintaining a customer relationship, you're not actually building your customer database because you're just driving traffic to other people's sales flows and other people's funnels. You need to have an information product in this economy. For me, I actually do think it's a recession, and I actually think that it's unfortunately going to get worse over the next 2 years. I think there's pockets of things that are okay, but I see some pretty negative things that are happening in the market. So I think even more importantly today is you need to have focus, number one, and you need to have your own information product. And if you can't write it, we outsource it, and that's it. So how long have we been running? I feel like we've been on this for a little while. 41 minutes on
140 viewers.
140 viewers, cool. So we just started to mail this out, so we should get a whole bunch of people replaying this also tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's the right time, right?
2 p.m. absolutely.
2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Saturday. We're doing another live Ustream with new content. We're going to pick new topics, so hopefully if you like this format or if you're watching the replay later today, we do hope that you can participate at 2 p.m. I'm sorry?
400 people have seen this so far.
400 people have seen this so far. Excellent. 400 people have already seen this. So we want everyone to come back tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do another live Ustream with brand new content. And we ask that anyone who is watching this, if you guys have Twitter, blogs,
Mail it.
if you want to mail this, Facebook, anything that you guys have to get this word out. I mean, we're broadcasting live from Long Island. We're supporting alesangels.org, which is a wonderful charity. So we do hope that you guys can participate and get out there and spread the word. And you could share this channel URL. It's going to be the same tomorrow, right? Yep. So share this URL that you went to. So 3 sides of traffic /live.
Traffic.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3sidesof-traffic.com. Thank you, Simon. /3, right? THREE. Sidesof-traffic.com /live, LIVE. Or you could always just grab the Ustream URL that you see in your browser. So please do help us spread the word, and we look forward to seeing you live tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to get back to our conference. And I'm spinning the camera one more time. Sorry, just so everyone can wave goodbye. I know I'm going to get yelled at. Everyone say goodbye.